Hi, my name's Mark, one of the pastors here at Trillium. I came across a sign in a store a few years back. It moved me so powerfully that I took a picture of it so I could remember it. It said, "The task is never greater than the power that lives within." And when I saw it, my heart leapt for joy. I felt this joy about what the sign was signifying to me. But yet I've been pondering what strength is it that is lifting up for me. Because my own personal strength, I don't have a lot of confidence in that. I often flinch or fail to some of the big tests in life. I'm still grappling with the same basic temptations. I'm still grappling with the same patterns in my life. I'm still coming up against the same apprehensions. Certainly the sign cannot be asking me to have confidence in my own strength. I mean, it's totally, I think, irrational on my part to not have confidence in that kind of strength. So what strength is it talking about? I don't think it's talking about outer strength. It's talking about inner strength. The outer strength I understand. When I was 15 years old, I wanted to be strong. I wanted to look strong. And so I went to a gym and started using weights. Unfortunately for me, I was this tall, lanky teenager. And so I got stronger. I got a lot stronger, but I didn't look any different. I didn't look like much. And I've come to think that the world sees strength in the same way that I saw it as a 15-year-old teenager. You know, the world wants to measure strength in an outer sense. In the ancient world, the strength of a king, the power of a king was measured on how many war chariots he had. Later, the emperors of Rome were measured in their power and strength by their armies, the legions that moved across the battlefield. Today, strength is seen in a giant aircraft carrier cruising through the ocean, or in the lineups of thousands and thousands of soldiers, or in the size of bank accounts. Strength is measured in the outer sense of the size of people's bank accounts, or the size of their megaphone, how big a megaphone they have in this society. That's where strength is found. Now, I don't think any of these things have much to do with the inner strength that sign was trying to speak to and point to. I think, in fact, these outer forms of strength, the aircraft carrier, the bank account, the megaphone, all prove that there is no such thing as inner strength. They are almost in themselves a reaction to the lack of confidence or trust in that inner strength. So what is the inner strength that sign is talking about? I need to find that out in life, because my peace, I realize, is dependent upon it. I need to know what that inner strength is if I'm going to be able to relax and trust it. And what I've come to realize is that there is a power at work in me. It's a power that moves through me, that seems to come from outside of me, yet is a part of me and wants to take me to powerful places in this world through its own presence. And the power of the inner strength is love. In fact, I believe it's divine love. It's the gift of God to me, and to you too, for that matter. It's a love, a perfect love that moves through us and allows us to accomplish what seems in the outer sense impossible. And because of that, we are called by the living voice of God within us to trust this power that's been given to us. It looks very different from the strength of the world. There's no doubt about that. It doesn't look like this outer strength of life in pretty much any way. And yet it is our source of peace in life. Jesus himself lived this way out with us. And not only Jesus, but prophets of old gave testimony to this kind of love that's available to us. In fact, one of the visions that Isaiah had was the world streaming to the mountain of God and climbing this mountain so that they could learn the ways of God, which are really one way: love. And when we learn God's ways, which is love, we will learn our own purposes, which is love's purposes. In the vision, when people come to this trust of the inner strength that lives within, they will take the implements of outer strength, the props of the outer strength, and they will refashion, repurpose them into implements of life and love. They'll take the instruments of war and they'll refashion them as instruments of peace. And the world will be changed.